Buhari again. Buhari don't suffer. All these northern people, coming against Buhari right now because of the little things Tinubu has done, which is positive. That's what we're saying. Now, on the headline, it says no president will be worse than Buhari. Hakeem Baba Ahmed. Hakeem Baba Ahmed, the Director of Publicity and Advocacy, Northern Elders Forum, NEF, Hakeem Baba Ahmed, has described the immediate past administration of former President Muhammadu Buhari as the worst in the country or in the recent history of Nigeria. Then, speaking in an interview with Vanguard, Baba Ahmed also said that there is nothing special about recent policies turned out by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, yes, and saying Buhari made similar moves in his early days as president also. In his words, 8 years ago when President Muhammadu Buhari came, he cleared all checkpoints, removed service chiefs and ordered the military to relocate to Borno. Then Boko Haram was chased and limited substantially. These were greeted by the same euphoria. There was enthusiasm that he would fight corruption, also fight insecurity and a bad economy. But look at where we are now, today, after 8 years. We are worse than when he came in. Certainly, the entire country had not been in this situation before. So forgive me if the Northern Elders Forum has a different perspective on the euphoria as a result of the tentative action or salvo being released by President Tinubu against the economy, corruption, and also service chiefs and others. All these Northern, and they come outside now, they talk, they makanyan, the yan opasi, the yan. But because if it were to be a southerner that was saying this during the Buhari's administration, they will say because sentiment, because tribalism, because now the man don't come up for post now. Now see the big one they talk about him. They're still talking about the Buhari. Let's leave Buhari for who he is, and let's leave his administration for what it was. Because when the Southerners were saying it, the Northerners were like, because they don't like Buhari. Now they've seen for themselves that is the Messiah they think would come and save Nigeria. But I'm not, sentimental here, but I'm just really, getting it clear by what all these Northern elders are saying. Now it says, I will rather exercise some reservations. It is good is starting with some policies. That is Baba from Ali Baba or thereabout to what the Tinubu administration has ventured into. It says, I would rather exercise some reservations. It is good is starting with some policies, but he has to be very careful. He should not rush into putting in politics or policies just because he wants to be different from Buhari. Although by all means, any Wórst government will be better than Buhari's government of misrule. Oh my God. Again, although by all means, any Wórst government will be better than Buhari's government of misrule, indifference, and incompetence. I am sorry if I don't share your enthusiasm. That is about Tinubu. I would rather advise him to be very different from Buhari and address those issues that needed to be addressed with courage and sensitivity. Buhari had lowered the bar of governance and lowered our status of existence. Insecurity and poverty, which are more pronounced. So Tinubu should pay attention to two key things. One, the failures of Buhari can be repeated if not careful. He should not get carried away by the euphoria of actions and picking points. Secondly, he should be careful about policies. For me, I will not rush, but I also will not hesitate to put a distance between Tinubu's administration and Buhari's. Tinubu's administration was and must be infinitely better because this country cannot stand another 8 years of misgovernance, indifference, and incompetence. Asked on his take on fuel subsidy removal, he said, "Honestly, I don't know how better he could have handled it. Incidentally, Tinubu didn't remove the subsidy. Buhari did by providing for it until June when he knew the new administration would be in place. Tinubu came in and to find out the subsidy had been removed, so he shouldn't take credit for removing the subsidy. Well, yes, he would have removed the subsidy if it was in place, but Buhari did and removed it. Well, Buhari remove subsidy, remove subsidy, no be in Papa land. Nigeria does not belong to one person. If there is a policy on ground and Tinubu decides to follow that policy, good and fine. And if there was no policy on ground, I trust Tinubu. He is an economist. He will still lay down his own policy or system, or rather, follow suit. Now, from what I can gather here, if I were speaking for Tinubu, according to Baba, he says, I will say it is not my administration that removed the subsidy. It is Buhari. If he had done that, he would have been given credit to where it belonged and blamed for where it should be laid. Then, it is only on the palliatives that Tinubu will be held responsible. Well, yes, everybody agreed it has to go. But do you just remove subsidy and cause a massive decline in our already desperate condition and circumstances under which we live, where the cost of living is now 10 times higher? It is a legitimate question for some relief. I also want to remind you that it is not just the only thing that is likely to add up. The liberalization of the exchange regime is also another area that will have a multiplier effect on Nigerians. The increase in the cost of power is also another one. The increase in school fees is as a result of the education loan is another thing that is bothering. If one is to advise the Tinubu administration, I will tell him to watch it and not to put too much burden on the already overburdened citizenry. As good as the policies are, some need to be critically examined before you roll them out, while others need to be examined with some level of compassion and sympathy, so that you are not seen to be governing a country where 90% of the populace are in desperate choices and circumstances. Oh my God. So these northern elders have sense of humor like this. Not only sense of humor they have. Most of them have, but sentiment, tribalism, and every other thing you can call negative is in their traits. They lack etiquette. I don't know. Maybe whenever they talk just based on this one and my brother, and that's why the Nigeria crumbled under their own brother, under their nose. If we continue talking about Nigeria past, we will still dwell in the past. But let's move forward. This is where I'm going to draw the curtain. Thank you for listening and God bless you.